There we go. Good morning, everybody. It's time to get our macro on. Oh, look, let me get the camera going. There, even it's so pretty. Let's get going. Welcome to QuantBox. Today, we're going to uncover the best fundamental investment opportunities across the globes. My name is Wayne McDonald. I'm not just the founder of QuantBox.co, but I'm also a Harvard-trained economist. Years and years and years and years and years and years and years studying macroeconomics, and I love it. If you're watching this video on YouTube, hey, guess what? It's 6:30 in the morning right now, and we're doing this live. The video will be up around 7 a.m., and you're watching this on YouTube, and it's after 10. Wow. So YouTube is clearly delayed. If you would like to join this group, hey, give it a trial. It's only $8 to try it. So on and so forth. So visit QuantBox.co. But with all that being said, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. All right, let's log into the cloud. Make sure you're using the proper Gmail to get onto the Google Cloud. And we'll see how the markets are reacting this morning regarding the debt ceiling debacle. Hey, we're cured, right? Anyways, I suppose in that case, we could start with the heat map. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because we can. Okay, anyways, DAX is up, so the German stock market is up 1%. The Japanese stock market is up 0.8%. The FTSE is up 0.5%. Holy smokes. So we got quite a few stock markets on the prowl. That's usually indicative of risk on. Euro yen up, pound yen up, CAD yen up, Kiwi yen up, USD yen up. Okay, well, that's also risk on. Notice that USD is the laggard of all of those. So it's not up nearly as much as like Euro. Enough. Okay, biggest loser, Bitcoin. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, Bitcoin getting crushed, eh? Nazi's down. Yeah, but don't feel bad for Nazi because it was overly up yesterday. Do you remember looking at that? Everything else looked like it wanted to come down, which is funny because they went up. And then the one thing that was incredibly bullish has come down. Well, they're kind of just getting to fair market value, if you will. Others were oversold. This one was overbought. But anywho, S&P 500 down right now. Dow is down right now. So holy smokes. All right, we got hot mics. We got hot mics. Turn your mic off. Oh, here we go. Boom. Okay, cool. Anywho, yeah. So what's in the middle? What's in the middle? What's in the middle? You know, here's some lag. It's euro dollars kind of in the middle. Oil is usually not up or down, but not nothing, right? So oil is flat. Okay, no change on the 10-year T-note, which is kind of shocking. Ooh la la. Gold is down. Wait, wasn't it neutral yesterday? Wasn't that what we were talking about? Well, it was. We were looking for it to go down. It went up for a while and now is back down relative to where it was. So maybe it's trying to set up. I think we were down. It shows down. I think yesterday we were actually lower than this. I think we were close to 1960. And I thought we had it going up to maybe 1965-ish and then maybe looking for a down. So anyways, it's down, but maybe not a perfect trade yet. But remember, we're trying to anticipate the future, right? We're trying to anticipate that it works its way down. Okay, but anyways, cool. So let's go to the dashboard here. And yeah, DAX is the biggest outlier, right? Outlier to the upside. It's basically slightly negative, but it's up 1% right now. Okay. These should be, let's say, going up. So for example, S&P 500 has a score of 1, so it's slightly up. But today it's slightly down. That's why it's over here. So that's a negative. Bitcoin and Dow are down today. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average has a QuantBox score of -4, and it's down today at almost 0.5%. Yeah, well, that makes sense quantitatively. Bitcoin coming down, it's a -4 and it's down almost 1%. That also makes sense quantitatively. Japanese stock market's way up. That makes sense. Up, 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 up. All these assets are supposed to be up and they are up. So where are the outliers? The crosses, actually. You can also see that US dollar is it's weak, but it's not dramatically weak. Okay. Anyways. And yesterday, if you recall, we suspected a down day in the stock markets, and it looks like there was a down day relative to the past. So I guess we could pick on some of these outliers, but I don't want to be overly exposed to dollar, because we're now in that situation where the House has voted for the debt ceiling resolution, then it's got to go to the Senate, and the Senate wants to show that they don't agree to just anything, so they're going to kick it back, is my guess, because that's how politics works. Okay. Yeah, and I learned a lot about politics working in the nonprofit world, because it's not motivated by money. So it's motivated by something. And if you want to learn politics and you don't want to be a politician, start working for a nonprofit organization. It's full of politics. Anyways, I remember when I was elected to the board of directors, there was 4 positions, 4 regional positions, and 4 people running. And I'm like, cool, we're all in, right? And someone pulled me aside and they're like, no, 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 no. Someone has to die. Someone's not going to get voted onto the board. And I'm like, why? There's 4 people for 4 positions. They're like, well, it makes the voting presidents look like they'll accept anybody. And that's not how it works. So someone is not going to get the job. Somebody's got to lose to show that the people voting actually have power. I'm like, but that might be me. What if they don't vote for me? So anyways, sure enough, three people were elected. I was one of them. And the other person, who was a nice, qualified person, nope, didn't get it. I had more friends, I suppose. So anyways, politics is pretty interesting. So the way I think now is the Senate has to reject it to show that they have power. They'll send it back and say, you didn't dot one of the I's. Oh, okay. Now we'll accept it, right? They'll do something, is my guess, but whatever. Don't listen to me. I'm just a dumb Canadian boy. All right. Let's take a look. Don't listen to me. I'm from Saskatchewan. What do I know about American politics? All right. I know hockey, and I know wheat, and I know frostbite. Those are my 3 specialties. All right, yeah, look at just how crazy the spread is, huh? I'm really surprised by this. This is the yield on the 10-year T-note, and no change. And the bond market is, AKA the smart money, right? And so they're looking at it like, yeah, no, nothing's changed. Interesting. S&P 500, right? Gold is slightly down, but look at this. Global markets are up. Amazing. So typically, we could look at this and be risk on just European currencies today. Do you want to look at it like that way? Or maybe just global currencies, anything but a dollar. But look at like FTSE. The FTSE is supposed to be a dog with fleas, right? Quantitatively. Let's look at that. Let's look at the British stock market, the Financial Times Stock Exchange. Okay. And yeah. All right. So looking at seasonality, typically we can have some up and then down, right? Up and then down. So it looks like this fell a month early this year. Whew. Right? Look at this. It was supposed to be up and falling now, and it's already fallen. So we got to be a little careful. Some up and then some maybe down. But let me try it in English, huh? Oh, my drawing tool ain't working again. Interesting. I guess it's not a morning application, huh? Let me kill it and start it again. It's like, oh, don't make me draw this time of day. Sissy. All right, hang on. I have to restart my drawing tool. Yeah, so I installed this new mic, and there's a whole bunch of things that don't work now. It's amazing, huh? I installed a new mic. I probably have to buy a new computer. There you go. All right. So what I'm looking at here, which is catching my eye, I mean, look, June, July, August, all the way, right? All the way down to Q4, or at least the third week of August is how I think about it. And we've done this already. So I'm just wondering if this is our future here. So we could stay bearish, I guess is what I'm saying. Oops, where's my drawing tool? Okay, the technical trend on this is still down. Look at retail, 70% long. So I guess they're on this move. Okay. As far as the pound is concerned, check this out. This is interesting, isn't it? Neither here nor there, just slight bullishness now on British pound. We're not analyzing British pound on this. We're analyzing the FTSE, the stock market. But nonetheless, we want to see, is money flowing toward, toward the economy or not? And it's sort of like benign. So I think there's some rationale. You can see that somebody's buying it and causing this, but it looks to be retail, not institutional. And that you could set it up for a lower high. What does QuantBox predict for the next 7 days? Okay. It says, well, one scenario, because remember, it was already doing this yesterday. One scenario is lower high, lower low. Okay. The base case is if nothing ever changed, we'd just be on our way to 47. Okay. Best case scenario, it drops out of position, just keeps going. We know that that's probably not likely, and we're not really seeing that today. So anyway, so my thought process is let it go up so we can sell it. What do you think? Remember, it's up today. So it's really already started this part of the journey. And our alpha is that this is going to head back down. Remember, the beta is the market. Your alpha is your ability to beat the market without taking risk, without taking additional risk adjusted performance, right? So your ability here is to wait for it to head up and then let it fall. So we're looking maybe 75.87, and we're at 75.87, and we're currently at 74.82. So it's got to go up a little bit more. If it starts the down process, then we're on the base case. How does QuantBox project the future, Wayne? Good question. Y equals mx plus b. M is equal to rise over run. B is the intercept. B equals intercept. X is equal to the x-axis, y is equal to the y-axis. See how easy that is? So you calculate M, which is okay? You take all the means, the mean price, 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 okay? So on and so forth. Mean price, mean price, mean price, mean price. And you average them out, and then you look and you calculate. This is the run, this is the rise, therefore that's slope. So if that slope continues, we're on our way to 74.10. Okay, the rest is then you look at the variance, and then you take the square root of the variance and you get the standard deviation. Lovely. Easy, right? Well, you might need your calculator for some of that, or you just have QuantBox do it for you. Nice. So let's go, let's look into this. Maybe we got a FTSE today. A FTSE. Look at the global stock markets. FTSE, 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 FTSE. All right. What does it say? Yeah, it's true. We need up before we have down. We are in a profit-taking zone. Oh, for sure. What did we say? 75.60? 75.80, wasn't it? And oh yeah. Yeah. I do agree with that. Oh, sweet. That actually looks like a nice little trade. So a couple of things technically that I'd like to point out. Delete. Okay. This is a terrible place to sell. QuantBox says strong sell. Yeah, but nobody told you to sell at support, bro. You got to have some responsibility for your actions. Come on. Okay. So where do you sell now? You sell high. Okay, great. How do you calculate high? Well, there's one. QuantBox gives you a range, which it did. Two, you could just look at what used to be support is now resistance. Okay. Three, you could try to sell off of the 4-hour 21. Four, you could sell in the pivot range right here. All of that is fair game. Is that going to happen today? Sorry, probably not. So you're going to have to wait. That's all. And if it comes up to this area, then you have permission to engage for next week. So I'm looking at this. QuantBox is 74. If I were me, I would say 73. But I'm probably looking out more than 7 days. So if we were to combine the two analysis, the quantitative analysis of macroeconomic data or the technical analysis of price time data, and we put them together, it says we'll probably head down to 73, but it'll take more than a week. I would take this further and say even further than that, if this first move works and we get down to 73, the actual target for me is going to be down here closer to, between 72 and 71. And I would actually like to speed this up. I'd like this to fall faster than that. I'd like to get down to that target before the 15th of June, which is the Fed meeting, or at least near the Fed meeting. So I'd like to hit that early. And really, if I could be so bold to ask the British to sell their own stock market on my behalf, I'd like to get down here by the 10th. So I'm asking for a steeper mean. Okay. So we've had sort of, this is what QuantBox is looking at. And I'm saying, well, wouldn't it be nice if we can get this to come down, speed up the downside, and then hit down here early and then get out of this position before the Fed meeting? That's a lot of projecting, but that is just technical analysis. So I'm just reading the chart, right? I'm just reading the chart. So, yeah, Coolio. So I think my advice beyond that would be dollar's going to be complicated. So I think what we want to do is focus on the yens. All the yens are up today except Kiwi yen, and I'm short. It's the only one that fell, and I'm on it. Uh, Absolute total dumb luck, maybe, or nobody wants to buy Kiwi. Or wait, no, I didn't get in it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought I was in it. I'm not in it. I used a limit order for that for some reason. So my plan yesterday, I suppose, was this, and I never got it. Now it looks like we might have a bit of a risk on relief rally today. So I'm going to take this off. How about that? Sorry about that. Okay. The reason for it is everything else is up, and I don't want to be short one pair when everything else is up. Okay. So anyway, so the Japanese stock market is up today. And so you want to sell Japanese yen, which means you probably want to buy yen pairs today. And to go back to QuantBox, we look at the heat map. Okay. Remember, the heat map is telling you what's working right now in the moment. Japanese stock market is up. Aussie yen is up. Swiss yen is up. Euro yen is up. Pound yen is up. CAD yen is up. Even Kiwi yen is up. USD yen is up. If it's got a yen on the right, it's up. And so I think that's going to be a less complicated move than the dollar, because the dollar is going to be impacted by good news, bad news, good news, bad news, rumor, good news, bad news. And none of that is quantitative. And it's very difficult to predict those moves based on technical analysis because it's all emotional and conjecture. So be careful. Also, I think we have non-farm payrolls tomorrow, don't we? Is that tomorrow? Yeah. Does anyone want to do that live in front of a whole bunch of people for 3 hours? Well, why don't I do it then? I'll do it. I got it. I'll do it. So I'll be over at FX Street tomorrow. I won't be able to do the QuantBox video. So just come over to fxstreet.com. Cool. So I'll leave it to it. Looks like an interesting day. Probably sell some yens. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Have a wonderful day. Beep, beep, beep.